Hello, I am Dr. Diwakar Goyal here. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. But when meeting will start, sir?
Huh?
I'm waiting for 1.5 hours, sir.
Your chief guest has to come still, huh?
Sir, I have joined at 10 a.m. Now it is 11:26.
Very good morning, Professor Goyal.
Thank you. Good morning to all of you. Very nice
Thank
to see you in the morning, and it's really very good that across the country. I think this program goes your all NITs of the country or only for NIT Jalandhar?
So this program is organized by NIT Jalandhar only, but
Okay.
participants are from across India. So from
Okay.
different organizations, different faculty, industrialists. So we have around 200 participants right now.
Oh, so the access is there for faculty and other people of other NITs also.
Yeah. But those who have registered themselves are
Oh,
for this program only,
okay.
not open for all.
Okay.
So we are just starting in a few minutes. Our director was only going to join within 2 minutes.
Yeah,
So
no problem. No problem. Nowadays it is all work from home, so one is available at home.
right.
कुर्सी पे बैठ जाओ पांडे जी.
All participants are requested to mute their mic.
Good morning, respected chief guest of the event, Professor L.K. Avasthi, Director NIT Jalandhar, Course Coordinator Dr. S.K. Mishra, Registrar NIT Jalandhar, Organizing Committee Member Dr. Vinay Midha, Dr. Anish Sachdeva, Dr. B.S. Saini, Dr. Sonia Chawla, Dr. Preeti Puri, respected deans, head of the departments, fellow colleagues, dear participants and students. It's my proud privilege to welcome you all to the inauguration ceremony of STC, Technology Management, Information Communication Technology, ICT in Education, organized by Center of Continuing Education, NIT Jalandhar, and sponsored by AICT Atal Academy. ICT has entered all the important areas of our life, and education is not behind, especially in these pandemic times. The course is need of the hour, and it is going to focus on various areas, aspects of the application of ICT in education sector, and this course focus on different assistive technologies and their roles in education sector. Our center has been organizing several courses which focus on state of art technology, and today's course is another feather in our achievements hat. I am very sure that the participants are going to gain in-depth knowledge and new insight from this course. The course is result of the efforts of the coordinator, Dr. S.K. Mishra, Registrar NIT Jalandhar. Let me welcome Dr. Mishra on throwing some light on the course and achievement of the Center of Continuing Education. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. and very good morning to all. I would like to welcome Professor Lalit Kumar Awasthi, Chief Guest of the today event, Professor Divakar Goyal, Keynote Speaker, Director Aero Academy of Aviation Science and Management, Noida. I would like to welcome Professor R.K. Garg, Dean International Affairs, Professor Anis Sajdeva, Dean Academic, Professor Saini, Dean Planning and Development, Professor Ghosla, Dean Research and Consultancy. On this inaugural session of ICT, organized by the Center for Continuing Education and sponsored by the Atal Academy, New Delhi. So this program is going to be organized starting from today till 13th of August 2021. As we know, technology has impacted very facet in daily lives over the last few years, especially during this COVID period. Now we are moving in digital era and it is difficult to think about without any digital communication in our day-to-day life. Earlier, we were not thinking to have online teaching, meeting, webinar, etc. like in today's we are conducting. So application of information communication technology in education has major role for the development of education technology. This is course is meant for the introducing you with the latest technology are being used or going to be used in delivering different kind of lecture, seminar, workshop, etc. by our faculty and going to be used in day-to-day life of teaching to the students. So in our practice day-to-day life for the improvement of course structures and technology, this program is going to be very useful for improving access of online technology, quality teaching and efficiency in education system. We have received more than 200 participation application, but as prescribed by the AICT, so restricted to 200 participants in this program. And right now, all the participants are joining with this event. So formal program is after this inauguration, next first session is going to be start at 12 o'clock. In this program, participants are from different organizations across India. From the industry also, there are few directors, professors, scientists, research scholar and vice chancellors also participating in this program. So in this 5-day program, we are going to cover introduction of ICT, policy framework and challenges we are facing. Going to see this talk on artificial intelligence, how this AI going to be used in education, NEP, National Education Policy 2020, and what is the ICT framework as per the NEP 2020. So we are going to discuss in this 5-day program. Also, there is a topic related to MOOC, how to make MOOC program, learning management system, blended learning under Moodle, online evaluation, pooling, grading system, online suite for teaching learning. So a practical session is also going to be there in ICT tools available for higher education. So active learning strategy, digital, Bloom technology, ICT for lifelong learning. So all these topics going to be covered in this session. So we have the renowned resource person to talk on the topic, like Professor Goyal. He is a director, Aero Academy of Science and Management, Noida. Professor
Sir, there are two sounds, lots of interference.
Amrinder Saran, he is also professor in NIT Chandigarh. Gaurav Kumar, he is going to talk on practical session. So he is a consultant, a Magma consultant. Professor R.P. Tiwari, Vice Chancellor, Central University, Bhatinda, and many more. So we have all these speakers going to talk on a different topic. So we are welcome to all the participants who is going to attend this program. And I am thankful to our worthy director, Professor Lalit Kumar Awasthi, for extending his support and wishes for organizing such a wonderful workshop. And also I am thankful to the Atal Academy for giving this opportunity for sponsoring this and giving the grant of for organizing this program. Thank you very much. One thing I would like to know that we are under Center for Continuing Education. We are running many programs on months, short term, 1 week, 1 month, 1 month program, 3 month program, and we are going to launch different program in coming days. So welcome you all on this 5 days FDP program. So and there is a few guidelines I'll mention in the start of the next session. So welcome you all, Professor Awasthi, Professor Goel, and other.
Thank you, sir. NIT Jalandhar has achieved several milestones under the aegis of our worthy director, Professor LK Awasthi. He has been continuously motivating us. Even in this pandemic time, Professor Awasthi has made all efforts to achieve greater heights. Let us welcome Professor Awasthi to talk about the achievement of NIT Jalandhar and to talk about the exciting future that lies ahead. May I have the honor to welcome Professor LK Awasthi. Over to you, sir.
Good morning and greetings from NIT Jalandhar. Professor Divakar Goel, Dr. S.K. Mishra, the coordinator, Dr. Professor Sani, Professor Anish, Professor Kochla, Professor Garg, the deans, head of department, faculty, colleagues, and your participants. It's my pleasure to be here on inaugural of this 5-day Atal Academy short-term course on technology management, ICT in education. As you know, NIT Jalandhar is one of the leading institutions in the northern India. The institute came in 1987 as Regional Engineering College Jalandhar. Later on, this was rechristened as Institute of National Importance by Act of Parliament. The institute is striving for excellence in technology, management, science, and humanities. So we are offering 11 BTech and 16 MTech and 1 MBA and PhD in almost all disciplines of engineering, science, and humanities management. The institute recently has achieved many laurels, and all credit to my my faculty, student, and staff. The institute has been there in the A band of innovation and technology rating, Atal rating. Then we are 52nd in NRF. And under TQP, the institute has organized more than 100 short-term courses. So we are already there. And but now joining hands with the Atal Academy, we have also this is I think second program today we are inaugurating on Atal Academy. Institute is not only striving for its betterment in technology innovation, but we are also imparting the quality education, the entrepreneurial and other skills through Technology Business Incubation Center, the Space Technology Business Incubation Center, and the institute has a dedicated space for new startups, and already the institute has more than 19 startups registered with it. So this topic, technology management, ICT in education, is very apt as the current situation is the situation of COVID pandemic, and nobody is moving out. It is the ICT has become the wheel for delivering all such courses and the teaching learning of the students. So this has come a long way now. Since 2020, we are using ICT tools, and you can think that WebEx and similar platforms have become popular, and all the universities, even schools have transferred their teaching learning online. And you can see that the main focus with the NIT is not only to deliver best to its students, but also to help the school and other communities. So institute has taken a conscious decision that those computing facilities which are not now used, laptops more than 5 to 6 years older, and computer system, they can be given to the nearby schools if they feel like that they are in working condition. So we definitely would like to contribute for helping the school education, especially the government schools. Also, institute has got a very prestigious project of 2.49 crores, in which the 10 villages nearby they have been taken, and we'll be benchmarking their status towards education and agriculture and things like that. And later on, after the project completes, still will benchmark how much difference the institute has made. So I congratulate Dr. Mishra for taking this initiative, and I feel that such courses have to be there in the institute on regular basis. And finally, I hope that everyone will stay safe during this pandemic time. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Thank you so much, sir, for your inspiring words. Now, it's time to thank one and all for organizing this such contentful course and creating knowledge delivering platform for all of us. I wholeheartedly thank to our director, sir, Professor L.K. Awasthi, for always inspiring us and motivating us to create such advanced course under the umbrella of Center for Continuing Education. The course would not have been possible without continuous effort of the head and course coordinator, Dr. S.K. Mishra, who has been making all efforts to bring this course to the fruition. Many thanks to the organizing committee members. My special thanks to the participants who are joining us today and being part of this educational journey with us. My thanks to the technical staff members and others who are involved in this course. Thank you one and all. Now I invite Dr. S.K. Mishra to invite our first keynote speaker. Over to you, sir.
Thank you and welcome you all. So we are just going to, after inaugural session, we are going to start our first session. So our keynote speaker of this session is Professor Diwakar Goyal. So before inviting him, I would like to just give a few of note for the participants. So all the participants are requested to always make mute themselves, and whenever they are required to raise any kind of question, just raise your hands, and accordingly this speaker give your answer. Also, as per the guidelines of this AICT, 80% attendance is required, must for all the participants, so that they will eligible for the certificate. And certificate is only given to those who have appeared for the written test and securing 60% marks in that. So this is a note from the AICT, is mandatory for all the participants. So now I would like to invite for the first session of Dr. Professor Goyal to deliver the first session for the participant. And before I invite to him, I just read his biodata. So because Professor Diwakar Goyal is a science and law graduate, MBA and PhD in management. He has also done specialization in various disciplines in India, abroad. He has authored 20 books on various subjects and held the position of Executive Director, Airport Authority of India, and Director, Indian Academy, Government of India. Presently, he is Chairman, Aero Academy of Aviation Science and Management. Dr. Goyal is a HR consultant, ICAO Montreal, and Human Performance Technologist, IATA Switzerland. He is a guest faculty of institute like IIT, IIMs, LBSNA, Missouri, and others in our country. He is a poet, writer, singer, professor, bureaucrat, and advocate. He has traveled extensively to large number of countries as a speaker in international conferences. Interestingly, as aviation expert, he was chosen as team leader to represent 14 countries of Middle East, South Asia, Europe in Global Aviation Conference, which was attended by 400 delegates from 40 countries at Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. He has long experience in teaching management in India and abroad, and his books are quoted as a reference book in many countries. He is an advisory board and academic council of many universities. He is PhD guide and research examiner. So it's long journey. So I need to stop here and would like to request and invite Professor Goel to start for the first session. So welcome, Professor Goel.
Thank you. Good morning to all. I am grateful to NIT Jalandhar for giving me this opportunity to give my viewpoint on this very vital subject, and I must congratulate the director, Dr. Avasthi and Mishra, to have this kind of initiative which goes a long way in making the faculty, students and everybody about ICT. As a matter of fact, Dr. Mishra, you can put the first slide on this so that I can start, then I'll cover. So in my introduction, it has been given as a poet also, so with the permission of the chair, I would like to start with one of my share. Is it allowed, or whether people will be able to understand?
You can start, you can.
किसी को गीत देता हूँ, किसी को साज देता हूँ, किसी को गीत देता हूँ, किसी को साज देता हूँ, बहुत खुश होता हूँ तो हर राज देता हूँ। नहीं कुछ बचता है जब लुटाने के लिए, नहीं कुछ बचता है जब लुटाने के लिए, तेरी खोई हुई आवाज को आवाज देता हूँ। Thank you. This is as a poet in me, I feel like starting with my favorite share. Now coming to the issue of information and communication technology. What is the lesson plan? What is my endeavor and what I'm going to talk? Let me brief it out, because as an instructor in aviation, we first of all make a lesson plan and we have our objective, what talk we are going to give. My participants are highly qualified technical people. They are professors, they are scientists, they are engineering students. So they are well aware and more educated in the field of technology and high science rather than me as a speaker. But I justify my presence in the sense, basically a science graduate and worked in various parts of the country and abroad. How I have viewed the ICT coming up, how I have seen in the education institutes that they come out with the policy. As a matter of fact, Government of India long back, maybe about 10 years, ICT became a thing as an act to be implemented in the school education itself. Now since last 2-3 years we are talking much more on it, because for 1 decade not much progress was held in this area. Obviously the reasons were that yes, it was there, people thought that and much awareness was not generated. So my endeavor is to give you the historical background also. That is the basis. And for all of you who are much more knowledgeable than me, because they are in the highly advanced technological field, it will be a refresher to them. But why I need to tell about the historical background and the genesis of it is so that we know the root of it, how it all started across the world, how technological advancement came, and how the information, now the information has become a big meaning. It's not just information. And when we say information and communication technology, this innovation, this word gives very wide meaning. And we'll start with the historical background, then I'll touch upon the various segments of it. Then my main emphasis will be in the today's scenario, when this post-pandemic COVID-19 era is there, when we are working virtually, I am talking to you on the computer. And what kind of, you see, resistance has come, what kind of problems have come, what kind of things have come in the field of progressing, implementing this ICT, and how we are using ICT as a very great instrument and a tool. Dr. Avasthi has rightly said it is a tool. and tool in the sense that how it is now we are having this across the country in various fields. And ICT is not only in educational field, it is in every field. I am a man from aviation. And as an aviation expert, I say this ICT coming from education background, because you are producing the engineers of the country and they are being employed by us in the aviation sector, other sectors. This knowledge on ICT helps us a lot in implementing our projects. Now, another important topic I am going to talk on that also, artificial intelligence, because this is a very integral part as an instrument to implement the ICT, artificial intelligence. And my say on it is that this pandemic, this corona crisis has, as a matter of fact, accelerated the process of implementation of ICT. It has come as a force. It is a force on us, because today there is no alternative except to implement in a very vigorous manner, in a very systematic manner. And now today I am going to discuss with all of you what are the problem areas from the point of view of the faculty and from the point of view of the student as well. And nevertheless, from the engineering colleges itself, the people who are running, the corporates who are running, or the government running the engineering colleges and IITs and other institutes, what are the problem areas they face while implementing it in this era? So next, first slide. My purpose is not to read the slides, so please. Now my whole idea is that PPT is just to.
Visual impact.
Can you put the first slide, please?
Intellectual.
Hello.
Okay.
Can I have the first slide, please? Yeah.
Okay.
The first slide will speak about how we define ICT in the terms of everything is made as a definition. Why the definition has been made? And I don't want to go word by word, but I want to give the genesis. Information communication technology is an umbrella. Technological tools, resources, monitoring, telecommunication, audio-visual processing, transmission system. Now, the whole gamut has been covered in it. We are not leaving any part of it. Next. Next. This PPT, this recording is just to have a wonder. You can keep it also as a reference also. I'm not here to read the PPT, but to focus on certain points so that I can discuss with all of you my viewpoint on it, and I can also welcome your questions on that. Next slide. Little, it can be, the font can be increased, please. Just little increase of the font size. I can't do from here. Yes, what it includes actually ICT. Any product stores, retrieves, manages digital data. Now the area is very fast in ICT. Mobile phones are there, robots are there. I'm going to talk a lot about the robotics because that is the thing which is coming. Now the current and the future, a lot of things will depend on that. In the field of education as well as in other fields also. Wireless networks, cell phones, we all are using cell phones and all. What difference it has made today? That cell phone is not a cell phone nowadays. The smartphones, Android, the technology has made it as a computer in your hand. Because the classes are to be on a virtual basis, we are going to the courts and all virtual courts. We are going to the hospitals, these are robotics is there for making operations. Every field it is coming like that. Computer, software, video conferencing, social networking, all these things. Next slide.
So,
Next,
we are not
please.
able to see your slides, sir. We are not able to see slides.
I think the font can be increased so that everybody can read it on that. Font size, if somebody can help me in increasing the font size.
Your screen is not shared, sir. We are not able to see screen.
No, I have sent the mail so that it can be downloaded and let me see if something can be done at my end, taking the help of my son who is a software engineer. 1 minute. Yeah. Thank you. Now we are coming to evolution of ICT. It's very important because for studying, for probing on any issue, it may be a refresher for most of the people who are listening to me, but let it be as a recap, as a refresher for justifying the talk on this topic. What was the advancement? What was the information communication technology? Technology was already there. Now, with the advancement today, we are talking in terms of digitization, in terms of artificial intelligence and other things. But in the pre-mechanical period, then mechanical period, then electromechanical period, then electronic period now. We are in the phase of Industry 4.0, where all things are going in the form of highly advanced electronic mode, the remote things. Next. Next slide, please. Yeah, it is taking time. Oh, no problem. Again, the font size is to be made big because the participants may be able to read on their laptop. If all can read it.
Yes, sir. We can zoom and we can read it, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
They can read it, na?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Because font is coming very small. Now, pre-mechanical period, when we talk about, the human started communicating using words, pictograph. I will come to the very primitive stage, that how the communication word, we say communication generally means making the thing common. Exchange of meanings, behavior, exchange of ideas, that is basically called as a communication. Why? How it was coming with the rocks, by writing symbols, pictures, depict ideas. A lot of things we call in communication, the words speak, action speak louder than the words. So here when we are using technology, we have to be very careful what kind of medium we are taking. We have to go on the basics of communication, where we talk about sender, medium, transmission and the receiver. That philosophy still works. Transmission means what mode we are using. Sender means we develop an idea. We encode that idea and then transmit it. And who is the sender? Who is the receiver? Receiver has to receive first, number one. Then he has to decode and then he has to use it. It's very necessary. Because these three primary objectives of any communication process are very relevant when we are talking about communication and information and communication technology. We have to see that what kind of information we are encoding and who is the receiver, whether he will be able to decode it in the manner, the way we have encoded it. It is very important. It cannot be one-way process. Communication is always a two-way process, where a clear perception should be there. When we are talking in the field of education, a faculty needs to know who are the students, what is their perception level, what is their knowledge level, what is the reception, what kind of tools they are using, what kind of technology is being used. For the basic objective is information communication, information communication technology, in the sense we have to communicate basically the information. That is the basic idea. Humans started one another using words. This I have already talked. Next. See how primitive abacus was there. It is a history, but it is always a very interesting thing to know. That's why I have made it out in my PPT, so that we should know the basics. We should know the genesis. We should know the foundation of any technological advancement. Maybe it has started from the very primitive thing, like compiling of the written piece of paper, bound together, giving birth of books. How the books were born. As a writer, I can say my life is 200 to 300 years. What makes me to say that? Because the books are a great source tool of communicating information. Humans started using numerical system. Devices, techniques, counting abacus was set. Popular device invented in China. It was in the beginning. Next. Now came the mechanical era, you see. Automating is spreading numerical calculation, machine-driven mechanical means like in a gear-dominated information process. Highlighting this period is the advent of mechanical calculator called Pascal, which was invented by the famous mathematician with the another one. Next. I'm not devoting much time on it because these are all historical facts which I am putting before you to have information on the back of your mind. In 25%, 30% remains with you. I'm happy. Charles Babbage invented the analytical engine, which is considered the first programmable mechanical computer. Father of computers. He is called as father of computer, analytical engine. Charles Babbage. Now this was the beginning, what we say first generation computers. Next. Now came the era of electromechanical period. The use of electricity for information handling and transfer bloomed, and there was an urgency to share information with one another in a faster, reliable manner. Information was coded, sound of dots, spaces, dashes. You will be surprised when we call it as a, we say that earlier times during First World War and all, there used to be wires. There was no wireless. And the communication used to be through, one is speaking and another is putting in the ear. That kind of primitive things were there. It was coded in sound, dashed over the wire leading to wireless media. Telephone was later invented. Humans started control over electricity. Next slide. I'll have enough room for discussion on these topics. Let me complete the preliminary fundamental basics on this ICT. The telegraph is considered the first electrical communication device invented by William Crook, Sir Charles Watson, and the first working model used 5 magnetic needles that could be pointed around sets of letters using electric currents. See how the telegraph came. You must be remembering, the new generation may not be remembering, but we were using telegraph a lot, and it was basically for faster communication and information. Computing devices started revolutionizing the information handling process. Then it came the era run with the electricity, machines, mechanical in nature, more advancement came. Step by step, I am going and we are going progressing. Next. Next. Now came electronic period. This highlights on the advent of solid state devices or electronic devices. The 4 main events found in this period were vacuum tubes period, transition period, integrated circuits, and computer processes period. First electric and general purpose computer marked the revolutionary period electronic numerical period integrator and computers. Next. Those who are the computer engineer, those who are in the field of electronics and all, they will have better understanding on this. Transistor came, it was invented in 1947 as electronic device properties function similar to. It is also some kind of information communication. And I can say the transistor also technology. What is technology? Technique to be used as technologist. Somebody says that what is the difference between an engineer and technologist? Many people ask, and I also used to ask the people from engineering colleges. Now engineering word came from the engine, technology came from techniques. So when you are using technologies, you become a technologist. Now vacuum tubes, lightweight and faster. The first full transistor was developed in 1957 and it was faster than the vacuum computers. Next. Now came the IC. We all know about IC when the television came in late 70s and all. We used to say ICs for this television sets and compose a group of transistors, circuit elements comprised in a single package. Integrated circuits came. It really revolutionized the use of computers and electronic devices because circuits are integrated in a chip or single package, limiting the distance between components, resulting in a faster operating speed. The fast-paced development and innovation in personal computing paved the way for birth of different users applications, then introduced ease of comfort for the users. Now, why it is important in today's scenario when we are implementing the ICT? Because unless we know the genesis, unless we know the foundation, unless we know the progression period, we can't think about further advancement. Because technology never stays. It goes one step. You never know what is coming tomorrow. Now days are coming when people are going to this space as a tourism. Hiring a jetliner and going to the space for it. Have we ever thought about it? We were just dreaming about that we are going to moon and all, and today it will be open for a normal person. Next. Now what are the tools? Now we know usefulness, appropriateness, efficiency of ICT, including radio, television, handheld devices, computers, internet for educational purposes. What do we have about use of open source for free software in education? Now today's program, the crux of the thing is, the last line is important to begin with, tools of ICT. What do we know about the use of open source and free software in education? My talk needs to be focused on the education system in the country, whether it goes at the advanced level or the primitive level, engineering colleges or other institutions. What kind of information and communication technology, the means in and what is the use of it and how to implement it. Next. Now coming to the tools. We all know about it. You see the tools. The tools, we all know today what we are doing. Well, last 2 years, 1.5 years, we are not doing it, but I am hopeful days will come where we will have physical classes and all again. It was a white board surface that displays digital files from computer via data projector. It was very easy. I have made use of it. It was very easy. I could transfer any document, I could refer anything on the file, and it was a very good interactive whiteboards. It's still in operation, but because of this pandemic, somewhere we are using it also, and it can be used in the virtual classes also. It may function as a standard whiteboard. Teacher or student may write on it and they digitize the marked up material. Now the physical content is not available, so we are focusing on what kind of advanced software technology we can use in our virtual lectures also. I'll come back to that topic also, that how the curriculum is being made, how the burden is there on the faculty today to really see the syllabus of your particular subject and how to transform it in the electronic form to teach all the students. It is a Herculean task, and it needs to be smart. When I say smart, specific, M measurable, A achievable, R result oriented, T time bound. So we have to follow the word SMART, S-M-A-R-T. It may function as a standard whiteboard, teacher or student may write. Next. Now personal communication. Digital communication which enables individual to talk to one or more people. Web forums are there. We are on the web forum. Internet relay chat, SMS, short messaging service on mobile phones. The great amount of revolution in the field of technology, great amount of revolution in the field of ICT. Not only in the education, in all sectors, the entire social networking, the social, everything has changed a lot. Today, every institution, every organization is having the Facebook page. Our Prime Minister has really advocated about the Twitter handles, Facebook and other means for propagation of information, for transmission of information, for using it in all organizations, including the education institutions also. The communication via Twitter, Facebook, WhatsApp, Tumblr, Instagram, Tinder, other social media networks. Today we are reading books. Of course, that has come with a great handicap. As a writer, I can feel it. My publisher also feeling. The hard copies used to go across the country. Today they ask Kindle edition. They want to read the book on the tablet. The book readers are there in the form of electronic gadgets. What is this? This is all ICT, I must say. Next. Next. It's very important. Unless and until I have got the facilities to store, nothing will work, because I have to refresh, I have to memorize, I have to refer back again. USB, memory stick, pen drive, hard disk. These all things are coming with a threat also. I must touch upon that. It's not so easy. As a man from aviation, I can say that a great amount of this technological advancement is coming a very great danger also. When we are talking about the cyber threats, cyber crimes. These USB boards at the airport can be very dangerous. You put your mobile phone on the charger, you never know, the entire information goes and it is leaked, because information is money nowadays. Data is money. You are listening in the newspaper day by day how the data are misused. You have the QR code on your boarding pass. After completing the flight, you just throw it. Do you know the danger of it? That discarded, used boarding pass can be misused. Your entire information, your bank account number, your personal details, your email, whatever you are given to the airline is in the hand of the person, because you booked the ticket, you paid the money to the airline through the networking mode. So that QR code, what is there on the boarding pass, is having all the information which can be used. The USB board, very dangerous. The Wi-Fi system at the public places, it can all pose the danger, you see. So we must know that advancement is there to facilitate the information and communication technology as a tool, but there are ill effects also. One has to be very careful about that. The piracy, cyber crimes. Once you see the Lufthansa lots, lot of Cathay Pacific, they lost the data of the passengers for about 2-3 years. Even Air India suffered for that. Even at Calcutta airport, we got about 2 years data was stolen. So in the storage devices, we have to be very careful about what kind of softwares for ensuring that the data is not misused, is not pirated. we have to do. Next. E-books are popular these days. Many people are switching to e-books. And some e-books, these are the e-book applications. Even you see, I proudly say my books are doing very well across the world. And now even I don't know how the people are being able to read on Amazon Kindle or Jol Play books or Wattpad, Goodreads. Goodreads has come as a very great amount of things. They say, sir, we'll review your book and it will come on Goodreads. Or an e-book reader, Kobo. These are some of the things which is also ICT. It's all ICT we are talking about. Next. Personal digital entertainment devices, you see. You are having and your Alexa is there, you see, you ask anything to Alexa today. On your Android, you can download, play audio, photos, video files, in many cases take in interactive activities. Now the MP3 video recorder and all these things have gone for the past. Today everybody wants everything on the finger, on the tip, on your voice. You want to change the channel and all, you don't want to use it, you will just say, Alexa, put me on that. Even I am doing that, you say, Alexa, play that movie and immediately it comes your Android TV. What is this? This is all ICT. Next. Now group communication. Earlier days I used to say, I go to Chennai and I go to management lecture and all. So about 1,000, 2,000, 1,200 students in one go with the interactive boards across the big hall. Today you don't require. Today I can address, my academy is having offices in about 7-8 countries. So I can be available to Kuwait also, to Bahrain also, to you see Oman, you see, and Finland, and wherever the offices are there, Dubai and all. And in one go with the Zoom, webinar, Microsoft Team or Google Meet, we are doing that. And we are being able to communicate to thousands and thousands of people, which was not possible physically. So the ICT has came by the big boon for address system, for teaching, for learning. So we need to go to intricacies also, and as a student, as a faculty, we must see what kind of innovations we can derive in that. Next. Mobile phones, you all know, I need not explain about it. It has gone many-fold nowadays. Laptops, you see. So I'm on the laptop and you see, now even your mobile phone is becoming like a mini computer nowadays. Because many, I tell you about 50% students are there with me when I talk to them. They are on mobile with the Zoom or other webinar, lecture and other things. Next. Tablet PC, small screen, 12 inches, laptop PC, data may be directly entered on the screen and specific pen. You are having a lot of your mobile phone having a stick and writing down. Podcasting is a method of publishing audio files via internet, allowing users to subscribe to a feed for receiving new files automatically. Podcasts are there. Next. Now I am coming to the basic point. You see, where a lot of information is needed. Relevance of ICT engineering education. Now see, this topic is there after all theoretical things we have just talked about. Let us come to the practical aspect of it. In engineering education, you see today it's a big turmoil. You see. When I talk to the management institutes, directors, IIMs and IITs and all, now it is a big frustrating point also, demoralizing effect also. The days when a person used to go to IIT as a JEE pass out and the initial 2-3 months, what kind of interaction he was having with the colleagues, with the seniors, about knowing the institute, that all things are not there now. Now the session is started. I was talking to, I am Vishakhapatnam and I am Indore also. They started all virtual first semester, virtual classes. How I will know my colleagues and all? I can't know them. But here I am not to discuss about the negative points of it, though it is necessary to know the negatives also. Unless we know the negatives, we will not be able to appreciate the positives. So I believe that failures are as important as success in life, in career. Rather, I must tell with my experience over 4 decades in various fields, achieving a lot, the failures were the key for success. So relevance of ICT in engineering education, you see, it is redefining and realigning the teaching learning processes. I was talking earlier to all of you, a great amount of research, innovation. First and foremost, I am a faculty, I have to teach engineering courses. I need to know who are my students, which background they are coming. It's very easy to say work from home and you see work from here and all. See the practical aspects of it. The engineering education has become so common now, it is like any common graduation. Gone are the days when we used to have only 5-6 engineering colleges in a state. Today it is mushrooming. I was talking to the Vice Chancellor of Kakinada University. We were on a panel discussion. He said, I am with the largest engineering colleges in the country. So now the engineering education is being taken as a basic degree, and the recent education policy has gone much ahead, and they are saying that now a person can go to engineering college with, after having examined any language, regional language also. You will have the Hindi medium, you will have the Tamil, you will have the Bangla medium also. So now the task is not ending here. It is very easy to say that, but look at the implementation point of it. You have to digitize the things, number one. You have to know about the students, suppose students coming from different streams. So a great amount of research work is being done in engineering colleges, and it has to be done for the virtual classes. How to customize the lectures, keeping in view the SMART, SMART, time bound, measurable, result oriented, specific, attainable, rather achievable. So we have to make the curriculum in such a way in the segments. Now it is like a capsule form. For each semester, for each lecture, there is no going back. Earlier days in physical classes, things were different. Today I have to move on. As a faculty, my basic thing is whether I am covering the syllabus in a way that it is being perceived, it is being taken by the students in the right spirit, the way I have told. Learning characteristics of current generation students are increasingly inclined toward digital, web and mobile based technologies. Now a student is coming from the rural background, you see. We know that every person, every child who is coming from the villages and all for doing a degree course, he may not have the Android phone. He may be dependent on the cyber cafe, where the things are in bad shape, not in a perfect manner. Every home is not having the separate work from home station. If there are 3 children for a parent, for a family, all the 3 can't have the work from home, the classes, virtual classes. They have to see that how to cater 3 mobile phones or 3 computers or 3 laptops. How to create an atmosphere where the silence is there, no disturbance is there. How to ensure that Wi-Fi is there continuous. There are certain practical difficulties which come and we must appreciate when we are designing the educational program, we have to see the limitations which may come for the students, because student is not before you. Your class of 100 students, your class of 60 students, you are not having eye contact as a faculty. Similar way, the students, they may have questions in their mind, but how much receptive you can be, or how much you see the impression it can give to him one by one. You can't have the counseling session for each and every student. So we have to make the things in a manner that we have to sit on the opposite side. Rather, I must say, as a manager, as a practicing manager, I followed as an HR expert that as a faculty, I need to presume for 30 seconds that I am not the faculty. I am the student on the other side. Look at your own session you are delivering from the perspective of the student. ICT greatly facilitates implementation of all types of educational learning theories and delivery models that support and encourage the innovative teaching and learning. See, it is really a thing you have to think about. My main idea of concern is that we have to implement the information communication technology with the perspective that people are being able to digest the things the way it has been encoded, the way it should be decoded. Then only the correct thing will be there. And the basic philosophy of communication says that sender to receiver, a feedback must come to prove that it is a two-way communication. Communication cannot be one way. Next. Next slide. Now, computer-aided design. It's really a wonderful advancement in the field of technology. The CAD is used for detailed engineering of 30 models or 20 drawings of physical components. Also used in engineering process from conceptual design and layout of products through strength analysis assemblies. You can have better perspective of this 5 CAD software for engineers. AutoCAD we are talking about, MicroStation, SolidWorks, Maya. So all these 5 things are coming. These are all to be seen that it is a computer-aided design to facilitate the communication to the students as far as when we are having the engineering education basically is concerned, where the technological things are there. It's not the class of human resource management, it is not the class of philosophy, it is not art. You are talking to the students the highly technical things. Next. Now, what are the challenges? I have been talking about challenges, and again I have to reiterate those things because challenges today are very important. I interact across the country to the professors of different engineering colleges and management institutes. This ICT, it's very easy. We are talking about these advanced software techniques for imparting education. But as a faculty, I must see that how much knowledge level, how much capacity, how much initiative I am taking for learning. It has to be learnt as a faculty by me also. When I am a 50 plus and I had been doing the traditional way of teaching, what kind of learning, what kind of motivation I am having at my level to change. No, there is a resistance. I call it as a change management, because change is the only word which is permanent in nature, and change is never liked. Now, how to cope up the resistance? There is resistance, whether you tell openly to your director as a professor in the engineering college or among your colleagues, but the change is having resistance. I've been teaching for 20 years, 25 years on the same pattern. Now today, because of this corona crisis, work from home, virtual classes, I have to switch over to the mode of using artificial intelligence, number one, or using the electronic gadgets in the form. I taught in Europe also, even some colleges there also, a faculty professor confidently told me, in confidence told me, sir, I feel fear psychosis before my students, because sometimes the students are much more knowledgeable with the use of electronic gadgets rather than me. I am not so. So that kind of, you can't disclose before anybody. You are a professor and the student has say, my professor knows everything. But here it is participative. One can modulate, one can frame the things so that it is easy for both. We should not use such an electronic program, such a design, computer aided design, which are not being opened up by the students. After all, for engineering, a person is coming after class 12. It is a challenge for them to teach in a particular manner that will suit every student cognitive ability. A professor faces a dilemma in providing personal attention to every student. Extra efforts to prepare content for the class to cater every student's comprehensive ability. Now, as a professor, a great amount of, and we had been doing, you can say last 25 years, 20 years, your students are gem of the people. They have made scientists from the NITs, from IITs, and all have become, you are the teacher. And now in the advanced era, today in the era when implementation of ICT is a necessity, you never know how long this corona things are going to be. You never know how long we have to deal with it. Next. Professors are required to explain functioning of abstract concepts for better understanding, like engineering graphics, electronics, data structures, and other content theories that require skillful imagining of working principles and simulation process of complex machinery, etc. I am a man from aviation. I can say a lot of simulators we use for pilots, for air traffic controllers, for other technical people as a part of training process. Similarly, I can feel that in the engineering colleges, when you are teaching the advanced mode of things, you must be using simulators, and now you have to make the programs in such a manner that you are being able to display in the virtual form for easy understanding. You have 3D technology. You can have the programs in such a manner the lecture moving around. A computer makes a student to go around and see various things. It's difficult for a professor to draw 2D diagram with integrate details that help very little to explain the concept in a simplified manner. Since same diagram model cannot be drawn again the next day owing to its complexity. You are customizing your lectures for a particular program. It is not static, it is flexible according to the need. Now again the thing comes that lot of time is spent, the process becomes slow because of this corona crisis, lockdown is there. And in any case you can't have the laboratory at home. Look at the complexity of the mechanical, chemical fields where teaching is laboratory training is necessary. It's not only theory. We can't have the engineering graduates totally dependent on the virtual mode. We can't afford to. They have to do practicals. We can't make scientists without the lab. Without the tools, the physical things are there. In earlier days, you see, I remember long back, go back to your class 9, when you used to give the vernier calipers in your hand to know the least count. I'm talking way back as a student of class 9th. Or screw gauge or spirometer. Is it possible to teach the student in the primary education, secondary education, that how to have the least count error measured from vernier calipers or screw gauge? I'm going very primitive. Now today I'm talking to the engineering students, engineering professors and all. You are dealing with the most advanced things when you are making the mechanical engineer or the electrical engineer is there before you. What kind of program you are going to devise? You have to justify supplementing the laboratory things in a virtual form. Is it possible? It is still it is a question I'm not being able to have the answer. But it's a fact we have to accept. The semesters are going virtual. There are so many factors coming up. Your infrastructure, your facilities, your hostels, your canteen, nothing is there. Everything is locked up. Your classrooms are waiting for the students to come. Hostels are waiting. The entire campus, modern campus you have created is waiting for students to come. But work never starts. You have to see that what is the syllabus for the engineering and the time allocated. How to complete that. You have the great responsibility of seeing that what you are teaching, tomorrow it is to be implemented. Tomorrow you have to market your students to the corporates. Whether it is in the field of chemical or mechanical or electrical or automobile. At the airport, in the aviation, I worked all through my life, recruited the engineers a lot. Civil engineers, electrical engineers, electronics engineers, computer engineers, automobile engineers, mechanical engineers, materials management. All their specialized field they are coming up. So whether in the engineering colleges you are making a product which is sellable for the industry, it is a very big task when we are talking about virtual mode of education, when we are talking about the ICT, when we are talking about digitization, everything, when we are talking about artificial intelligence, when we are talking about robotics. Next. Now, what are the challenges before a student? See from a student point of view. It's a very common thing. Engineering education across the country used to be only in English. I don't know how far this plan of making the engineering education in all regional languages will go from practical point of view. I am so skeptical about its implementation. Because English, whatever you may say, I worked for the central government, the Hindi, I was supposed to implement the Hindi as the Raj Bhasha. You must accept one fact, not to be sentimental about any language. India is a country where we have got about 26, 22, I can't say national languages in the constitution. And Hindi is our official language for the central government offices. Every state has got its own language. So, okay, it goes well saying that education should be in the regional language. But when we are talking about the present scenario where the engineering education is in English, students are coming from remote part of the country with the Hindi background or say Tamil background or with the Bangla background. The medium instruction was different languages. How they are being able to cope up? Because you can't make your programs in a digital form. You can't make them so easily that it is comprehensive and it is sellable to students who are coming for every discipline, every corner. It's not very easy to make the syllabus in that form. In IITs, in NITs and all, you have a very specific form of education. It's extremely difficult to make the things in other languages except the English. And then you have to see the temperament of the person who is coming from a particular field. So it is a big task before you. As a professor, as a director, as a person to implement the ICT or the government education policy 2020, which is going to be in phases now in the implementation phase. You have to look on that, how to do that. High fees and expenses. Difficult for the student coming from the rural areas to the cities. You can say that yes, he is saving on the hostel fee, he is saving on the catering, he is saving on the transportation. But at what cost? In the village, how he is going to create a computer at home? How he is to get the cyber cafe or the advanced Android mobile phone or the other facilities to have the education? It's not very easy. There are limitations. Lesser exposure to reality. Technical subject requires students to understand, get familiar, exposed to example, use engineering principles applicable in real life. Now the engineering education, as far as my understanding goes on, a great amount of practical aspects, laboratory training is a must. In any field of engineering education, the laboratory training is a must. And how we are going to conceptualize that particular program in our syllabus to be delivered in the virtual form, the form of information and communication technology. Basically, these three words speak a lot. Information and communication, these two words, technology. How to transfer the information, how to communicate, and what kind of technology is to be used. Next. Lesser industry interaction. Colleges try to organize industrial visits for students to increase industry interaction. But it's rare and not as effective it should be, especially in colleges in rural areas. And today, when the lockdown is there, it has become highly impossible to have any industrial visit. As a policy maker at the corporate level, I allowed the engineering graduates at all my airports for 6 months on the job training instead of 2 months. It was helping me a lot because I was being able to take them to the concerned field in the airports to work for 6 months project, and that acquires a great amount of knowledge for them to be an engineer in a particular field. Is it possible today? In India, out of 8 lakh graduate engineers from technical institutions, more than 60% remained unemployed for various reasons. There are thousands of engineering colleges in India and jobs are limited. This is another aspect. Look, from the perspective of the engineering college, the person who is the owner or who is running, barring the government engineering colleges, I am not talking about NIT which gets the grant from the government. But still there is a thing that you should be self-sufficient. Even when the autonomy has been given to IIMs and IITs and all, the government doesn't feel like giving any subsidy to any institution. You have to run at your own. And how you have to run? It will come from the fees coming, from the contracts you are giving. It's a difficult phenomena when to get the students also. Somehow I know one MBA institute I went, in the class there were only 7 students. I go, what is this? I am not come here to give the tuition. He said, sir, there is no intake. Closed down. There were mushrooming of management institutes in the country, and I must say 40 to 50% are closed down in various parts of the country. The same thing you see the engineering colleges, so much gap has come because directly a student wants to join for employability point of view, what kind of employment I'll get. And when the opportunities are not there, that employability becomes a very big issue. So this thing we have to keep in mind what kind of vocational courses we can start so that tomorrow a student is not looking for employment. More and more skill to be imparted to have the entrepreneurs. Let him start his own small scale industry. Let him be taught in such a manner that his thinking process never doesn't go for seeking the job. His thinking process is, after acquiring this qualification, I will have some startup. Or 5 students joining together, taking the loan or interest-free loan sort of thing and doing something. I went to Mauritius for 5-6 months. I was there. My daughter is there. I found there it has become a free trade zone. And the Mauritius Trade Commissioner told me that, sir, if you spend 60 lakhs in my country, 40 lakhs subsidy will be given by government of Mauritius with the tax holiday, no taxes at all. So these kind of things are there abroad also, in our country also. So we have to tune, we have to make the things in such a manner that this is a one component entrepreneurship. It must be there in the part of the syllabus. It is there in some of the engineering colleges I have seen. They go in the syllabus a very complete segment on entrepreneurship so that students are made to understand how to be an employer tomorrow. A lot of problem will be solved and the fear psychosis will be removed from the mind of the students. Next. Preparation for implementing ICT engineering colleges. Again, back to square one I have come, and I needed to come back because unless and until I talk on this subject at length, I don't think I am justifying my presence. In order to harness many opportunities brought about by ICT and to overcome many challenges, for proper utilization of ICT engineering education, educationists and policy makers need to take a number of initiatives. What are those initiatives? Next. Now again, I am reiterating rather, policy makers need to implement new education learning activities that can benefit from available ICT-enabled learning opportunities. Mind my words when I am saying available ICT-enabled learning opportunities which can be divided into teaching and learning formats. I am conducting some faculty development programs, some programs on mentoring and coaching, especially for faculty. Why? Because a great requirement is there for learning opportunities for the faculty also. So these formats are for teaching and learning formats, learning both way. You have to see learning and perception also. Great amount of things on perception, such as fully online or partially online, pure e-learning or a combination of face-to-face and e-learning to be provided with different learning formats as a blended learning. It has to be blended learning. What it is? For professionals and all, I used to have programs, outbound program. Now the mode is blended. I have to see that you can't get an opportunity to have face-to-face interaction in the present corona crisis scenario when we are talking about third phase and somebody says fourth phase from 22nd of January 2022. These kind of fears are there. How to come up? You see, we have to run the show. Show must go on. But how? Next. Policy on ICT in engineering education, efficient utilization of institutions' invested budget in ICT. Then again a problem comes, we have the scarcity of budget. Maybe less students are coming, maybe the facilities what you created are not being utilized. So the things are standing, you have to maintain. It's not that building is not being used, you are not maintaining it. Proper utilization ICT resources in instruction, delivery and effective student learning. Now you have created the resources, you have created the programs, you have made it for instruction delivery, whether it is effective on the students or not. Now you have to check on it. Earlier days, silence, please. The policy involves staffing structure to establish new positions, change teaching methodology, change pedagogical documents and redesigning format structure, reshaping the pattern of interaction between individuals themselves, teachers and students, or between individuals and education processes. Now this thing is very important. A great amount of change management is necessary for implementing the ICT, the policy. Now a great amount of debate is required among the faculty people. And one or two the class, the people who can represent the student community. What kind of reception they have, what kind of education they feel, the method of imparting education, the method of making the classes more and more interaction. Now I must say that one shoe doesn't fit all. It is very specific nowadays. What kind of intake students are there in IIT? More or less same is with NIT, not with all other engineering colleges in the country. The population is different. The wavelength is different, knowledge level is different, interests are different, coming from different cultural background. So motivation is different, choices are different. So when a human being, you have to see how the community can come next. Next. Now adequate human resource development. This is very important. Human resource. What is human resource? Faculty is a human resource. Sometimes human student is a resource. What is the Bible on that? Optimum utilization of available human resource in order to achieve organizational objective, to make full use of the ICT structure. How we can make the optimum utilization of available resources, whether human resource or through the human resource, the other ICT structure. There is a need for training of faculty and support staff who will take responsibility for implementation. Here the technical training, more than that, you have behavioral training is required. Lot of mentoring and coaching things to be learned from the faculty, by the faculty. How to be a mentor? What is the correlation between mentoring and coaching? What responsibility lies on you when you are doing mentoring? The main use of ICT is for uploading PowerPoint presentation, supplementary reading material, assignment work on home. All these things are coming. Now, making a PowerPoint presentation does not solve the problem. It's available on Google. You can have large number of PPT. It's not a teaching such, then they don't require the faculty otherwise. You simply give a PPT, or people say, sir, today why we should spend on the faculty salaries and other things, we can have the robotics. Robot can teach. The thinking is coming. Like in US and all, the doctors are supplemented with the robotics. The robots are there. Or the entire consultation today scenario, it is with the consultation with the doctor and with the professor on internet, on talking on telephone. So is it the way of doing things? Is it going to function that way? That I have got a syllabus digitized, made in the format ICT used, and the all criteria is smart, and a robot is talking to the students and teaching. Is it possible? You have to work on that. Is it the real way? You must know one thing, that faculty, it is also one area of employment. A student does PhD, he does MS, and he wants to aspire a teaching career. It is a career. Can you supplement the entire population with the robotics? No, certainly not. I strongly believe that creator will always be superior than the creation. You cannot supplement at all. Next. Student training. Millionaires have on appreciation, understanding, they opt for blended courses. Blended courses. 2 ways assimilating. We have got the vocational thing also, we have got the in-room class also, we have got outbound training also, teaching also. It is blended mixture. You blend it. A special type of training is required for proper use of available ICT infrastructure by way of collaborating and communicating with their instructors, advisors and classmates. Now these words are very important. Collaborating, communicating with the instructors, advisor and classmates. Again, I must go on these words. A special type of training is required for proper use of available ICT infrastructure. You create the infrastructure, but for implementation you need to collaborate and communicate with the instructor, advisors and classmates. Online training for use of various e-learning methodology to undertake studies via internet boards. I need to have the proper reception. I have to sell the idea. I have to take a positive response from the students. I have to create a pilot projects before launching any program. There is no harm in spending some time for doing a pilot. Like in our research and all, we do a pilot before standardization of our questionnaire and other things. We always go for a pilot to see that how it is going to work. Next. Advantages of ICT. Communication. Now these are positive things are coming. It is much quicker to move information around with the help of ICT, saving time. Yes, I fully agree. When I am talking to the people physically, when I am going in the class, I am roaming around, my personality is involved, the students' facials I am seeing, I am reading on their face whether they are understanding or not. It consumes a lot of time. I am using whiteboards, I am using various methods. I am having role play exercises, giving case studies to them. Of course, in engineering discipline, you may have not these particular things, case studies and role plays. As a management man or as a man from HR, I give more emphasis on that. But your discipline is highly technical. But still, I must say that ICT has saved the time. Things are more specific. Irrelevant, unwanted, lengthy talks are reduced. So a lot of time is saved. Say about if a lecture is of 90 minutes, at least effectiveness will be of another 30 minutes, I must say. Or not, if not 30 minutes, at least 15 to 20 minutes more you add on it when it is on the ICT. Globalization, video conferencing saves money on flights and accommodation. Yes, I was with Joint Aviation Authorities, my office in Amsterdam. So we were having European countries and all training was there. So we used to call the people from different countries. Today it has become easy. In my academy also a program is launched. And Muscat or anywhere, you can know about the progress sitting here in Delhi, in Bahrain or in Finland and all. People are closer, allowing the world's economy to become a single independent system. Yes, we are not, I'm not going abroad, I'm not being able to go rather, there is no flight. But communication wise, I am being able to deliver my talks on various modes like today we are doing. But if you ask me at the personal level, am I getting satisfaction as a faculty, as a speaker, as an individual? At my age, I have no hesitation in saying no, I don't get that satisfaction. Maybe with the younger generation who are coming with this automation or with the latest tools and technologies, may feel more comfortable. But the human element, the human touch, I feel was necessary and I still feel is necessary. But when I'm talking about advantages, definitely it is giving a wider scope with less infrastructure, you save a lot. You need not have hostel, you need not have classrooms, you need not have air conditioning, you need not have canteen facility, you need not have security arrangements. And the library also, you can open virtual library. Giving the access password, they can go for e-reading, Kindle and all those things, or you can somewhere, I don't know how far we will be able to implement the library reading with this kind of e-learning process, where I used to see in the engineering college and the management institutes, where the debate used to be the library should be opened up to 11 o'clock in the night. I am the advisory board member with Nalsar Law University also, where my law students are there up to 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. They say, some of the institutes, they say library is open as late as 2 o'clock in the night. Yes, in the computer age, today library is there 24 hours with them. Because they have the password, they can access to the books, they can have the e-mode of learning, reading. Cost effectiveness, it feels free to send on email, although it's not, it is without doubt the phone calls and all. Email is not free, but of course with WhatsApp and all, it is all free now. So it's cost effective, no doubt. Next. Greater availability. ICT has made it possible for business to be automated, giving clients access to website or voicemail 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. That's what I was telling. Bridging the cultural gap. Greater access to technology has helped to bridge the communication gap among the people from different cultures, increasing awareness and reducing prejudices. Creation of new jobs. Yes, definitely, this is a time of innovation. A great amount of, you see, I was talking to two girls who came from Ahmedabad, and instead of taking up the job, they developed a software by contacting one nursery, plant nursery. Sapling used to be taken from there in the pots, and one is a waste paper vendor. And they made a software program where all the nursery plants are on display, and with the cost of raddi, waste paper, say 10 kg for this Christmas tree. How the economy was working? They were getting the newspaper vendor, 8 rupees per kg something. The plant was selling, suppose 100 rupees. It is made 200 rupees, and they say 10 rupees kg, 20 kg for this particular plant. And there is no human element involved in that. They are on their computer booking orders and all. Delivery is done by the nursery fellow. And the waste paper vendor is collecting the raddi from the various houses. And this went very successful, and they, after 1 year or so, they were having income to the tune of lakhs of rupees a month. So this is all startup innovation. The images are used for teaching and improving the skills for the students and all. Images. Visual form of education. Next. Now some disadvantage, definitely everything comes for the cost. Lack of job security. Since technology keeps on changing nearly every day, the individual need to be constantly studying or at least keeping up the changes in their profession if they want to feel secure. Overriding cultures. Teenagers in US influences how most young teenagers all over the world address and behave. Overriding cultures. Disadvantage. All over the world, we are getting influences, overriding cultures. I say, as a proud Indian, I feel very comfortable being an Indian, teaching the people of different countries in my field of aviation or the management. And when they get proud, I can say that we are the best teachers. Our students are the best students. We are far ahead for so many advanced countries. This is my personal experience. The great confidence and conviction I am telling. Our knowledge level is quite good, comparable to the people of other countries. We are being able to lead. That's why you have read just now when they were introducing about me. For the international conference, about 14 countries developed also. They chosen me as a team leader for representing their viewpoint. The 40 countries were there and about 400 delegates in the international conference. That gives a feeling of proud being an Indian. Next. Privacy from cell phone signal interception, email hacking. People are now worried about their once private information becoming public. Reliance on technology. People rely on technology for their memory, but less they use memory, poorer it becomes. People don't bother learning spellings. Spell checkers are there. No, okay, nobody goes for the dictionaries now. They're all pluses and minuses on that. Computer viruses, worms, malware, spam can cause chaos. Next. Multiple uses of ICT in diverse fields. Rise in video calls, phone calls, as majority of people are organizing meetings via apps, collaborating platforms. Over-the-top content players, virtual private networks, cyber security, data security technologies. See, multiple uses now, cloud computing, garnering, downloads, video conferencing, remote access to corporate networks, e-learning, online education, e-governance, e-commerce sector, and digital payments. All these things are advancement, I must say, a great advantage as regards when it comes to the question of benefits of ICT. So information communication technology comes with a big bonanza, big way of facilitating us, speeding up the things, accelerating the things. And this corona crisis, this scenario, I again say it has accelerated the process of introduction of artificial intelligence, of using the artificial intelligence. I'm going to talk on artificial intelligence at length on my next session, so I'm not debating on that. Next. Now comes a very vital point, crux of the things. Due to COVID-19, social distancing is necessity. I am averse to the idea of social distancing. This is a wrong word we are using. Rather, we should use the word physical distancing. Because how it can be social distancing? Man is a social animal. Socially, we are connected through the electronic means. It should be physical distancing is necessary. People are communicating more, which will drive additional voice traffic, whether it is a legacy circuit switch system or 4G network or 5G network or voice over long-term evolution. The strain on voice services through will be helped in some extent by conveying WhatsApp message, Skype, Hangout, FaceTime. All these things are their impact of COVID. Next. Now again, work from home. I must say it is not work from home, work from anywhere. I went to Bombay, we went for a resort in Alibag. I saw a lot of IT engineers from different companies have taken the resorts and they are doing work from there. So it is not their home, it is work from anywhere. Now what are the things there? Relation with the family members improved. Since the lockdown, engagement with the nature increased for most, and so did concern for personal health. All things, impact is coming both way. Work from home, a great amount of debate is going on. Household environment made work safer for most people but led to greater office load. 60% reporting difficulty in striking a balance with household chores. Next. I'll come to the students, no problem. Work from home has brought them new ways of digital harassment. The new experiences word and in personal life have raised anxiety levels since the lockdown. Worry was financial in nature, and loneliness too was an important factor. A lot of frustration is coming. A lot of dissatisfaction is coming. Globally, this is not only Indian scenario. Next. For convenience. Time flexibility is there, choosing the best time to study. It's not with the study of the classroom where the fixed classes are there. There is tremendous amount of saving for learning institutions. Physical location, teach, it was a costly process. With all plus and minuses, we can always say online classes have some positives, some negatives. Next. Next. Self-discipline. Being part of the community to physically show up increases the likelihood of accountability on their own. They may not have enough self-discipline. Now you see, it is very easy to say work from home. Suppose in a house, husband and wife are working, 3 children are doing classes work from home. Everybody can't have the 5-bedroom house or 3-bedroom house, or for that matter, even 2-bedroom house. They can't have 5 computers. They can't have workstation in the house separate. And it requires privacy. It requires silence. I am talking now. The other person in my house is listening. It is disturbing him. See, from the practical point of view, how much harassment is caused when all working couples are there and their children are having work from home study. They have to systematize the things because study timing will be hardly 4 hours or 5 hours a day. Working hours are increased 10 to 12 hours. So they have to fix the timings. I have seen in some of the houses, the IT people, the wife is taking the night shift. The client is from UK and husband daytime, some other country. So that the facilities we are providing for laptop and all, same laptop is being used by husband and wife both working and somehow the children managing with the cell phone. Technical difficulties, not being able to see or hear the instructors listen in a surefire way to encourage the student to give up. In the past, students were required to install cumbersome application of technology that would deliver inconsistent performance. Now, online classes can be accessed through without need to install anything. Yes, simply online classes. I have Zoomed it, or I go to Microsoft Meet, or I go to Webinar, I go to any platform, Blackboard and all. Next. Now, this was the scenario. A survey was done across the world, and the survey was work from home classes in practice. When the corona crisis or this pandemic or lockdown started from March to May 20, it was the feeling, deep adoption, feeling safer, no commute, home comfort, no loss of productivity, high quality time, flexibility. Now when next came after May, March, April, May, after 3 months, next. It is a perception, it is the feeling of the people, it is the feeling of students and the faculty. The survey says, these are the findings of survey. Next. Now June to July 20, what was the realization? Students stayed, miss the college at times, miss colleagues at time, miss getting work, ready for work. I am getting bored, too much family and spouse time. I do not even know my new manager or colleagues. So now these are the psychological framework which was coming in the mind of the people sitting at home during lockdown condition. Next. See, the August 20 and even today, we have reached to a state of acceptance. Miss college law, we realize, yes, we miss. Sanika, what is a must? Collaboration is an issue. Work from home cannot be a long-term solution. Love my family, but I need me time. college energy is different level. So these are the survey based on perception, the experiences of the people. So we have talked a lot about this aspect. The area is very vast, and in times to come in your coming this seminar, more and more experts are going to come to elaborate on the points I have highlighted. The amount of knowledge I could gather by way of experiences, but you are surely going to get the expert faculties who are having the technical background with the required this thing. So I would like to end up here, and I think my time is up. So, but I am welcome questions. Next slide. Yes. Any questions on that? Though I had hurried up the long topic, even 2 hours or 1.5 hours is not enough to, but it was possible because of ICT, because one-way traffic was there, number one, number two, physical contact was not there, number three, face-to-face interaction was not there. But still I welcome questions, because it's two ways. If the questions are not coming, you have not heard me, number one. Or you have not understood my viewpoint, or you could not articulate a question. My talks have not generated any question. That amounts to, you say, failure of a speaker. So you must come out with some question. Any question?
ते फक्त ज्यावेळेला मार्कशीट घ्यायला येतील त्याच बाकी ह्या लोकांचं इथल्या इथे करता येते सगळं.
I think somebody has to receive the question and tell me, because it is not laudable, it is not clear.
Hello.
Yeah.
So am I audible? My name is Himanshu Tiwari.
Yeah. You are from where?
So I'm from Delhi, sir. I'm from Delhi. So, sir, my question here is,
what are you doing?
So I'm part of an education solution company wherein we are imparting training or building capacity of teachers to adopt the new norms, which is the hybrid platform of teaching,
okay.
etc.
Yeah.
So, sir, in link to the same, one question which is there in my mind, as nowadays ICT is what one area, but somehow ICT is, incorporated into the STEM education these days.
Yeah.
So, sir, like STEM education, there are many state and districts and schools, those who are adopting, but having this 18 months into the COVID. So, sir, to continue the STEM-based learning environment, what could be the right platform? Why? Because DIY kit, etc. cannot reach to the students. So, question here is that, is there any possibility so that over the online platform, STEM or robotic education can also be conducted?
Yeah, you see, I am telling you, this phase is going to be quite long now. So you have to adopt and make use of the different kind of softwares coming and different kind of video conferencing like Skype, and you can create a classroom on your computer and try to have the small groups and try to have the things in batches, so that more and more you are being able to give the environment of the physical education. Let me tell you, there is no solution, there is no supplement to the physical education, but we have to work out in such a manner the learning process is effective. And even in the skill development, we are teaching now multi-skilling, so that a person is well equipped to understand the latest mode of education patterns. And you kindly create your syllabus or your learning things in a manner that in the batches, the group is interacting among themselves, and the faculty, as a faculty, you are viewing on the computer. It is very practical, and I am doing it with a group of about 5-6 students in one go, and I take in batches.
So thank you for the response, sir. Thanks a lot.
Any other question? No other question. I am before the country. I expect all NITs and other people are there, and it's really the NIT Jalandhar is giving me the honor to give my viewpoint before the technocrats of the country or the technocrat makers or the scientist makers.
Hello.
How far my talks are going to be practically from implementation point of view, it's for all of you to judge.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
I'm Anil P. Hivrekar from Maharashtra. So it is
Maharashtra
very
is a
nice.
big place here. Which town?
Yes, it is Baramati.
I know here. I was in Bombay for 13 years. Yes.
So district Pune, sir.
Ah.
So it is very nice session, sir. And in continuation with the last question that you answered, I would like to mention that virtual lab can be a one solution to make our practical teaching learning interesting.
Yeah.
That I would like to add. That is only the thing, sir. It was very nice session, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Hello.
Yes.
Sir, sir, I am a school teacher of Tripura, Ramakrishna Mission Vidyalaya. So
you are from Tripura?
Yes, sir. Tripura, northeast of India.
Yeah, I know here. I have traveled across. My airports are there. Yes.
So, sir, regarding ICT, so I'm a software developer also, and I made some software to develop to teach on that pandemic situation. I have developed a software called Vidya Viveka. If you give me an opportunity, then I can share it and show the software how it's work. So if you can suggest me the changes or modification, any updatation, or suggest me, your suggestion will be valuable for me. So if you give me an opportunity to share, then I can share it and show what my work has done.
You see, developed a software from
Yes,
the perspective of the student as well as of the faculty.
Yes, sir. As a teacher perspective, how to teach the student.
Yes.
So if you
for
give
that, I would like to suggest you do a pilot on it.
No, sir. I have not.
Pilot on it. Take the feedback from different parts of the country, some faculties, and see how your particular software developed are being used and what is their reaction and response, because they will be the best judge for giving you the solution or for giving you the advice on that, because it cannot be the matter of theoretical. It has to be a matter of testing a particular program you have developed and the feedback from the users.
Sir, I'm doing this software and using this software I'm teaching to my student online. So, may I have sharing permission? Yes, sir, I have shared it actually.
You take the permission of the organizers there.
Hello.
I think it is on Dr. Mishra to make you the time available for that in this seminar.
Hello.
In the seminar, you ask the organizers to make available a slot for you. Because this program today is only the beginning.
Acha, sir. Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Right, sir. Right, sir. Sir, it's presenting, sir. So here the software actually. So as you told that lesson plan should can be made using the software. Yes, this software is completely developed by me myself. So here
This is
are
a
the
very
NCERT
good,
syllabus
very
is there.
good thing. I
Optical
think you
syllabus.
discussed with Dr. Mishra.
Sir.
So he will give you a platform during this seminar.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Right, sir. I'm stopping this sharing.
Yeah. Hello. Dr. Mishra, should we give a break of 10-15 minutes? Hello. 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 Hello.
Hello.
Yes, Dr. Mishra.
Yeah.
Should we give the break and what time we should start, or we can continue?
No, you should, because of you can give a break as per your convenience. So otherwise the scheduled time is 2:30.
The scheduled time is 2:30 to start the second session.
Yes, yes. Otherwise you just as per your convenience you can announce to the participant.
Okay. Then we will start at 2 o'clock. Or let them have the lunch. I will start at 2:30, no problem.
Okay, okay.
Let us not disturb them. Let them have the lunch.
Fine.
So
fine.
it is going to be it is 1:40. We are meeting at 2:30. Okay.
Right, right.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Mishra.
Okay. Dear participant, please join 5 minutes before the 2:30. So 2:25 you should be log in to this link and start the session will start at 2:30. Okay. Thank you, Professor.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
I think everybody is there. 2:30 was the time given, na? Hello. 2:30
Yes,
was the time given, na?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Participants are there. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Can we start?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Just tell the organizer to be on the display of PPT because I have to go for another meeting also. So let us start. Yes. Good afternoon, friends. Those who have joined, I think majority of people must have joined. Now we are going to talk on artificial intelligence. In the morning we were talking about ICT, information communication technology. Now what is the correlation between the two? You see, artificial intelligence is one of the biggest tool for implementing the information communication technology. Now, in this session, we are going to talk about the genesis of artificial intelligence. You see, as the word suggests, artificial, so it is not natural. It has been man-made. It has been created by man. That's why it is artificial. But artificial with a great perfection, artificial with a view that the things are done by computer or by other electronic means, eliminating the component of any human error. Suppose you want to have the calculation of 15-digit word into 15-digit. It's humanly not possible to do by human being. With the aid of computer, that is artificial intelligence, it is done in seconds. Okay. Now first slide. Now this is the creation of human brain. That's why this pictograph I have used, artificial intelligence. It is a creation of human. It is a brain. You are trying to create something with the software, with the basic objective. Every product which is created by way of artificial intelligence is for the specific purpose. Now let us see how the things were in the morning, like I told you, and why we are in this era. Next. See, we were in the industry 1.0 where mechanizing, steam and water power was there. Then came electricity, mass production industry 2.0. I'll give you detail about the years and all later on. Electronic and IT systems, it is industry 3.0. And today we are in the cyber physical systems, Internet of Things, industry 4.0. It all speaks about remote sensing and other things, electronics, and all in all about artificial intelligence. Next. Now, why this slide is there? Artificial intelligence has come as a matter of change. Change is the only constant in life. One's ability to adopt those changes will determine your success in life. Now, Benjamin told long ago, about 70 years back, and the meaning is that change is the only constant in life. Now, how we are accepting this artificial intelligence, it determines how we use it, our success. Next. Be the change you wish to see in the world. Again, it is enlarging, giving importance to the change. Next. Now this slide is an extension of industrial transition to 4.0 decentric structure. Like I told you in that pictograph, 1784 to mid 19th century, water and steam powered mechanical manufacturing. This was the era. Second came late 19th century to 1970, electric power mass production based on the division of labor. Now 70 onwards came the electronics and information technology. If you remember, this computerization and all these things, first generation things were talking about 70s. And even today that era is going electronics and information technology, new levels of automation. And fourth, now today, it is sensor technology, interconnectivity, data analysis allows mass customization, integration of value chain and greater efficiency. Today, we have got the remote sensing, sensor technology. Your doors are opening just when you go there, you show your finger. It is all there in the system. Your fingerprints are read by the computer, by the sensor, and the door is open. You have got the remote in your hand, you are playing the TV. So it is all remote sensing. This era has come. Remote sensing era. Next. We'll talk about the history also. Claiming to recreate the capabilities of the human mind is both a challenge and an inspiration for philosophy. Can we create a human being? Can we create the human mind? It is the science and engineering of making intelligent machines, especially intelligent computer programs. Today the computer can think, computer can evaluate, computer can give you alternatives, computer can select the best available alternative. This is all artificial intelligence. To introduce with. We'll go more into detail, we'll go more into what kind of things are there. We'll go deep into the robotics and other things, and we will see the evolution also, how it all came. So this lecture is planned with a view to impart you knowledge about the genesis of this. And separately I have requested Dr. Mishra to share my article on artificial intelligence, which title is Artificial Intelligence is Still the Man Behind the Machine. Because my conviction is man has made the computer. Like I told in the morning also, the creator is always superior to the creation. It can never sit over our head. We need to use the computer, we need to use the artificial intelligence for the positive manners. It can go for disaster also. One way you can have the constructive working, other way it can be the destructive also. Next. Are there limits to how intelligent machines can be? Intelligence. What is intelligence? Intelligence means to generate alternatives, to innovate, to think, to lead to perfection. The capacity to learn and solve problems. Artificial intelligence is the intelligence of machines and robots and the branch of computer science that aims to create it. The ability to solve problems, the ability to act rationally, the ability to act like human. Once we say ability to act like human, means we are creating an instrument which is saving our time, replacing our efforts in a more systematic manner, in a more perfect manner, in a human errorless manner. Suppose to solve a particular thing, there are 50 solutions, which all are practicable. But which one is the best? It is the job of the artificial intelligence. It will go for all alternatives, select the best one, which is possible but not possible in seconds by the human brain. But the idea is the computer to act like human. It can't have emotions, as a matter of fact. Computer works only to the extent what memory is feeded, what kind of software you have developed. It can think about within the parameters of what alternatives you have feeded in the memory. He will select the best one. But he will not innovate 101. which is not in the memory. So there are limitations. After all, creator is better than the creation. Next. Strong hypothesis: the appropriately programmed computer with right input and output would thereby have the mind to exactly same sense human beings have minds. This is the hypothesis behind artificial intelligence, or a strong artificial intelligence. Technologically feasible to copy the brain directly into the hardware and software, and that such a simulation will be essentially identical to the original. All brain sensory organs, all kind of cells working, all kind of things in our brain that has been studied minutely to develop a software, a program to act like a human brain. Next. Now, what is the history of artificial intelligence? Classical philosophies, golden years were 56 to 74. Programmable digital computers, lay back 40s. And then comes the 1943 to 1956, which when artificial intelligence is shaped. Next. Now came the year 1989, rise of machine learning. Machine learning is still one of the latest component when we are talking about the electronics age. Neural network returned to popularity, major advances in machine learning, algorithm as applications. 1995, artificial intelligence came as a science, integration of learning, reasoning, knowledge representation, all methods used in vision, language, data mining, etc. What is data mining? You see, like the mining concept goes, you go down the earth and take out something which is useful, whether diamond or gold or any other thing. Next. Now these are all, we are going through the phases, the historical part of the artificial intelligence. 2006 face recognition software available in consumer cameras. Now face recognition was there in your mobile, unless you see your face is fitted there, when you look at it then only it will open. Access control, your face is red, your iris are red. Nowadays your Aadhaar card, everything is made with a view that now no more the concept of signature making. It is the mapping now. I will talk about the later on about the DNA profiling or the polygraph test, about the brain mapping and all. These are all the modes of artificial intelligence. And 2003 to 7 was robot driving. Great challenge. 2011 there came the question answering robot. Now what is question answering robot? Say for example, we are at the airport and you go to may I help you counter. The flight will come at what time, which flight, which bay number it is coming. So many questions are there in your mind when you are at the airport. Now in may I help you, that robot is moving around like a human, is not a counter. You ask the question, it will receive in the memory and the answering will be there, reasoning is there, the right answer will come because all the information has been fed in the memory of that robot. So that is the answering robot. Next. Now this is the big question. And that is the root cause of why we created the computers. Why we created it. Can artificial intelligence system work as efficiently as human being? People in the beginning had the doubt. Still, it has, by what instructions we have given, what kind of answer we want, what kind of role to be played by the artificial intelligence, whether it is will be there as per our wants and wishes. It all depends upon what kind of artificial intelligence has been created, innovated and made by the human brain. Next. Our brain is really very complicated. Neurons, 30 to the power of 12 neurons in a human brain. Many more synapses, 10 to the power of 14 connecting these neurons. Cycle time, seconds, 1 million milliseconds. How complex can we make computers? 10 to the power 8 or more transistors per CPU. Supercomputer, hundreds of CPUs, 10 to the power of 12 bytes of RAM. Cycle time, order of 10 to the power minus 9 seconds. Yes. The answer is yes. The computer can work as efficiently as human brain. This is the conclusion. Less interconnection, wires or synapse. Next. Language. We'll talk about these things in detail. Artificial intelligence researchers have developed several specialized programs, programming language for artificial intelligence, which includes IPL, LI strips, Prolong, strips, Planner, POP, 11, etc. Now, what are these? Let us go ahead. Next. Lisp processing. Lisp is a family of computer programming languages with a long history and a distinctive, fully parentalized polished notion. The name Lisp derives from list processing. Linked list as one of the Lisp languages' major data structure. Lisp source code is itself made of the list. As a result, Lisp programming can manipulate source code as data structure, giving rise to macro systems that allow programming to create new systems, even new domain special language embedded in it. Next. The things are little technical in nature because this artificial intelligence is a highly specialized field of electronics. So naturally the things will be in the highly technical form. Now, what are the syntax and semantics? Lisp is an expression-oriented language. Unlike most other languages, no distinction is made between expressions and statements. All code and data are written as expressions. Cathy's 1958 paper introduced two types of syntax: S expression, symbolic expression, and M expression, meta expressions. Next. Now, what are the connection to artificial intelligence? Is an important language for artificial intelligence programming. It defines how to perform algorithmic expressions, frames network, and objects are responsible, popularly in area of artificial intelligence, widely used in implementing the tools of artificial intelligence. Why I am saying all these things which are looking quite theoretical? Because when we are talking about artificial intelligence, we must know about its genesis, about various parameters, various languages, various functions, various dimensions, and the research going on it. Next. Now, Prolog programming logic. Prolog is a general purpose logic programming language associated with artificial intelligence and computation linguistics. The roots in the first order format logic. It is declarative and expressed in terms of relations, represented aspects and rules. Next. The logic expressed in terms of relations and computation is initiated by running a query over these relations. The following are considered: data types, rules and facts, evaluation, loops, negation. Next. An atom whose meaning is not defined. Number can be floats or integrals. Variables are string consisting of letters, numbers, and underscore characters and beginning with uppercase letter of uncovered. Those of you participants who are in the field of electronics or computer science will have better understanding of all these technical jargons. Next. Now, what is the comparison between these two languages? It is a functional language, it is a logical language. For general purpose, Prolog is for specific uses. Handles wide variety of tasks, easier to use, smaller language, easier to learn. Don't support compared to Prolog. Support multifunctional, multi-directional reasoning. Next. Now devote time on it. Parent disciplines of artificial intelligence, it is a broad field with so many sub-areas.
এটা কেন সার্কুলার বের করবে? সার্কুলার তো 50% সেটার বার করবে। 50% ওয়ান্স একদিন ছাড়া একদিন ওরকম ভাবে।
Hello.
আচ্ছা অমর্ত্য বাবু কিন্তু মাঝখানে নিচে এসে বসতো এখন আর বসে।
Hello, somebody is talking.
ও তাকেও বলেছে ওদের জন্য।
Hello. Madam, be on the program. Parent discipline of artificial intelligence, philosophy, maths, psychology, computer science. See, what are the variables, what are the things? Game playing, theorem problems, language and image understanding, robotics and negation. And all these are coming inputs for, what were the inputs for this? Artificial intelligence, reasoning, learning, planning, perception, subject covered under AI, all these things and given rise to application areas. Whether game playing or theorem playing or language and image understanding or robotics and navigation. So this is very important slide. You can know about various sources which are coming and the output as application areas of artificial intelligence. Next. Now these are the applications: natural language understanding, expert systems, game playing, machine learning, planning and robotics. Robotics will devote time. Next. To design and build software that will analyze, understand and generate language that humans use naturally. So these things have come. Various techniques, whether it is semantic support or learner support, connectivity support, or whether it is analysis, kinetic analysis. Next. What are the modes of communication? You have the disk, you have the dialogue based. Text you have put in that and dialogue based. Next. Speech recognition. Sometimes you have got the sensor technology as a part of artificial intelligence, process of converting sound signal captured by microphone to a set of words, 70 to 100 words per minute with accuracy of 90%. Next. Computer vision, ability of a machine to extract information from an image that is necessary to solve the task. See the Mona Lisa image. Hundreds of years back it was made and it was still a problem which could not be solved, that how it is viewing everywhere you go, it is looking as if she is looking at you. They analyzed with the computer and all, and whether this kind of thing which was made by the human being can be done by the machine, that image acquisition, image processing, image analysis and image understanding. Lot many things are involved in that. That justifies one viewpoint also that the human brain is the fastest working. Next. What are the expert systems? These software used for decision making, automatic reasoning and theorem solving, troubleshooting expert systems, stock market expert analysis. Now today days have come for stock market. So much expertise is there understanding the market, and the artificial intelligence has come very handy for the brokers, for the people dealing with the shares, and they see the market trends, they see the productivity of the company, they see what is the index, how it is moving, what are the various predictions, and the analysis is based on the trends. It cannot be 100% artificial intelligence you can sit and use, because the market is volatile. It can't be so accurate. One cannot believe on artificial intelligence for stock market shares, prices and all. It can give indication what way the Sensex is going. It is a sensitive index. Next. Artificial intelligence, it has become need of the hour. You can't live without it now. The days have come with automation. Everywhere when we are saying ICT introduction, nothing but use of artificial intelligence. Many thousands of AI applications are deeply embedded in the infrastructure of every industry. The late goes an early 21st century, 90s and 21st century, AI technology became widely used element of larger system, but the field is rarely credited for this success. Yes, it is a fact actually. Next. What are the fields of AI? Computer science is the main field. Graphical user interface, automatic storage management, object-oriented programming, data mining, computer gaming. And when you are talking about another field, communication, it is automated online assistants, voice dialing, speech recognition. We have already talked. Next. Now comes to my field, aviation. Aviation and automation. We have got instrument landing system. We have got fly-by-wire. We have got the computers in the air traffic control, which are being used as a matter of artificial intelligence. Even if the aircraft is 150 nautical miles, we have got the radar which is called area control radar. Specified area is there in that radius and it will indicate how many aircrafts in the area control, area traffic controller, who is responsible for that particular radar. When it comes to the time limits and all, as per specified, how much you devote on landing or takeoff, the aircraft comes in the radar, which is reporting radar. Then comes the approach radar, and then comes fundamental, where the air traffic controller allows the landing or it is used for the takeoff. A highly sophisticated radar system is there where we use automation. There is no point of human error. Basically, the function of air traffic controller is to maintain separation between two aircrafts so that there is no collision. As a human brain. And now with the sophistication, the days have come that we may think about the humanless air traffic control. It may be done by robotics. sensor control, remote sensing, remote voice recognition in fighter jets, direction to pilot through air traffic controllers, automatic gearing system in cars. Now in the aviation, you may have aircraft without pilot. You are already having the train without pilot. It's all because of artificial intelligence. So, automation in the aviation is inevitable and it is coming up very fast. Next. How we can say the comparison between two? Artificial intelligence is non-creative. You have already made one software package and all. You have specified the purpose for which it is being used. Further modification will come only with the natural intelligence to be creative. It will be precise for the specific purpose, whereas natural intelligence may contain error. It is consistent, accurate. Human brain, natural intelligence, non-consistent. Multitasking, it gives you variety of purposes. Can't handle more than what your human capacity is. Next. Drawback. Limited ability. As I told you, is a memory have fitted the 100 alternatives for a problem. It will not generate 101. Can't handle emergency situation, difficult code, high cost. Now computer, artificial intelligence, it cannot weep, it cannot have the component of sympathy or agony or human touch. It is totally mechanized, where he believes 2 plus 2 is 4 and strictly going as per the program made. There is no component of emotions there. Even if you say emotions component should be there, it has to be feeded by way of situation handling. So it will react to the emotion, it will react to sympathy, it will react to other things, provided the programming has been done in such manner that when this kind of situation comes, how to react on that in a best possible manner. Next. What are the life applications you are seeing? Home security, you are having CCTVs and all. Bank, you are having now paperless work there also. You go to teller machine, post offices, website, digital cameras, news and publishing, financial trades, health and medicine, games and toys. Health and machine now came in a big way. You are seeing Tata has come out with 1 mg. You give the prescription and the tablet comes there. So many software packages are being made now in the field of medicine, so that you give the symptoms and all, it will analyze, it will prescribe, generate a prescription, goes to the software, to the company which supplies the medicine, and it is at your doorstep. How far reliance is there of the human being, it is a question. Games and toys, all things are there. Multi-thousand and millions of things have been created. Nowadays, your Ludo and other games are on the computer. The chess is being played on the computer. Lot of automation has taken place. Daily life applications are coming. Books are being read on the Kindle, on the Goodreads and other things. These are all a result of artificial intelligence, nothing else. Next. Robotics. Assembling robots, welding robots, behavior-based robotics, dancing robots, robot navigation. Now all this, what is robot? Now tomorrow the things people are telling Heart operation is being done by the robot. Precisely. We are having everywhere the use of robotics. You are having drone. What is the drone? Coming like a small aircraft and all for survey, other purposes, and for the wrong activities also drones are being used. This is also another form of artificial intelligence. Missiles are being made. See, submarines are being made with sophisticated things to see that the safety things are properly there. At the airport, we are having so many sensors, so many hidden cameras, so many gadgets for remote sensing, for watching the suspicious activities, highly sophisticated CCTV. Another field is coming now, polygraph test. With your blood pressure, with your movement of heart, with your other things, it is all being censored. And a polygraph is made which is studied again by the computer. And it is still told. DNA profiling. All these are result of artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence has come in the field of medicine. It has come in the field of law. Now the days are of virtual courts. You didn't take time nowadays to go for the law books, AIR and the journals and all. You just simply write on the computer which ruling you want and it automatically scans the things and you get ready-made solution. So it has done miracles. I must say that it is one of the very important tool for information communication technology implementation. Now let us see robots. What kind of robots are there and what kind of robots in future we are planning to make. Next. Now intelligent robot tend to mimic human sensing and decision making abilities so that they can adapt themselves to certain conditions and modify their actions. It is called intelligent robot. Next. Actroid, the term for a robot designed to closely resemble a human being. They are life size, look life size and can blink, converse and pretend to breathe. They have been developed by Osaka University. Mainly these computers are being used where the expectation is there of the presence of the human being. Welcome counters. May I help you counters? Where you feel somebody is greeting you, you want to see a face which looks like real. So these kind of Actroid are developed. Next. Android, which is very common name. Before it was an operating system, Android was the term for any robot, real or fictional, that was created in a rough form of a human face, eyes, limbs and so on. Android, the word is Android, not Android. It was like operating system. To create human face, limbs, eyes and so on, looks like that. Next. Automata. Any device, particularly early machines that could follow a set of instructions. Cuckoo clocks, wind-up toys, widely considered the precursors of modern robotics. Automata. Next. Biomimetic. Biomimetic means copying a natural process using artificial method. Child robot, biomimetic body. That is 2007 Japanese experiment featuring a robot that looked like a child and can be used to learn how human toddlers communicate and learn the language. You see how a child learns the language. A small child of 1 year, 1.5 year or 2 year, depending upon the environment where he understands the lips movement and the voices of the parents of the surrounding, and that becomes his mother tongue. Why we say mother tongue? A Chinese is having Chinese mother tongue, German is having German mother tongue. How it automatically starts speaking in German or Chinese or Hindi or English or any other language? And why it is used as mother language? The same thing, biomimetic is for that, how a human toddler communicate and learn the languages. How a small child immediately picks up. It's a game of memory. Like a person who is Hindi speaking, he turns to know the English. When say dog, it automatically translates in his mind. If he is a Hindi man, it comes kutta, and the kutta again comes to dog. So that human brain that does like that. Next. Bionic. The term refers to replacing an organ or a body part. It is used in the field of medicine with an advanced mechanical replica. Bionic fingers respond to a muscle and brain signal to clinch, grip, even flex. These inventions draw on both biology and machinery. So it is basically in the field of medicine. Next. Next. Now, cobot, a collaborative robot designed to work alongside human, especially in manufacturing industries. Their sensors pick up cues from the human to assess them to speed up, slow down, make small adjustments. It's basically in the manufacturing sector. Next. Gundam. The giant robots that lend their name to the massively successful Japanese anime franchise. Each movement is controlled by a genetically advanced, often telepathic human sitting in the cockpit in the robot's torso. Next. Ganoid robot designed especially as female. Several real-life robots are often designed female to look less threatening. Next. Humanoid, simply human looking. The term has racist origin. Europeans used it to describe indigenous people in the areas they colonized. Yes, next. Limbed vehicles, as the name suggests, real life insect-like robots with 6 to 8 legs, so they move efficiently. Next. Mecha, a kind of Japanese manga anime with a strong focus on robotics, smart machines, and advanced technology. Next. Tetrad exoskeleton. Exoskeleton. A huge robot with a sitting inside a real life 4,000 kilogram version was built in 2017 and named as Prosthesis. It is a 4-legged all-terrain machine that looks like scaffolding but can walk, race and fight inside. It is a human whose movements are mirrored and amplified by the machine. It's basically controlled, that machine, robot is controlled by the human only. So this was all I was talking about artificial intelligence in the modern era, and to be very specific, I tell you that still we have not come through the halfway for use of artificial intelligence in our day-to-day life. Things are progressing, advancing, especially if I talk in today's terms, Corona era where work from home is being done. Artificial intelligence has played a very vital role in the sense you can't go to the market, but you can virtually see the shop from where you want to do the marketing. The artificial intelligence makes you to pick up the thing you want to purchase. You will be moving around with the camera in the shop. You can stay with the one particular thing you want to see. It will open up. All things are planned in the 3D system. And when you choose a thing, payments are made through the internet and delivery is done by means of the courier sort of. Things are at your doorstep with no movement at all. You are going to the hotels and all where with the corona fear, the human touch is prohibited. Either they come with a total sanitized form or otherwise they develop the program where the artificial intelligence machine comes to your table, you place the order on the computer, it goes back to the kitchen, bring the things in a systematic manner, places the things, cutlery is designed and things are on your table. These kind of things are coming in the field of food and beverage. In the aviation industry, we are going to have lot many different kind of these robots we are going to use in times to come, because it is highly sensitive area where we can't afford any human error. So next, I would like to have questions if any. It was more elaborative in the information communication and communication technology, and it was robotics and artificial intelligence this much, because I know that in the days to come you are going to be imparted enhanced knowledge on this aspect. It is just an introductory on artificial intelligence. It is not exhaustive. So take this session only as introductory and giving you an overall bird's eye view of artificial intelligence. I am sure that in days to come for this seminar, the experts are going to impart you with more knowledge in a technical terms, because you all are technical people. So with this, I welcome any question which is coming within the ambit. Because otherwise also post-lunch session, I'll end up with a share again. You see, you all should feel within yourself that you are the great. Never compare yourself with anybody. ए गुल क्यों देखता है तू दूसरे गुल को? गुल माने फ्लावर. ए गुल क्यों देखता है तू दूसरे गुल को? तू भी तो एक गुल है, अपनी बाहर देख. You must feel confident. You must see that you possess all the qualities and be optimistic in life, especially in this depressing era of corona crisis. You must feel that you have got lot of energy, lot of things are there. Only thing, take care of your health, which is very important. No amount of artificial intelligence or information communication technology can work on your health. It is to be done by you only, taking care of your health. That is very important. Then only you can make use of all these things. So in today's scenario, physical distancing is a must. Your mask is a must. Your restricted movement are the must. And as far as possible, work from home is the must. Let us pray to Almighty that these testing days are not staying more, and we are going to have our normal life very soon, at least within a span of 6 months. Thank you. Thank you, organizers. Hello. Hello. So I am saying is a day. Anybody to from the organizer side to take along the participants for the next session? And a coordinator is there? Hello? The coordinator, please take over from me to address the participants. Hello?
Thank
Hello,
you so
anybody
much.
listening?
Thank you so much,
Yeah.
Professor Diwakar Goyal ji.
My pleasure.
Yes.
So kindly see that the participants are taken care for the next session.
The next session will start tomorrow at 10 a.m.
Okay, okay. So we call it as a day.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much to all organizers for this nice opportunity. And I'm happy that well organized, well timed, and time management is taken care. And wish you all the best and the days, corona-free days to come. With that wish, I would like to end. And more use of artificial intelligence to avoid human touch by way of all remote sensing equipments and other things. And taking proper care of the cyber threats, cyber security threats. Because I am going to for another session for some MNCs on cyber security threats in aviation. And I would like to request you that my article on artificial intelligence has been WhatsApp, so you can share with the participants across the country.
Sure, sir. Sure.
I've given that on the WhatsApp number of Dr. Mishra. Okay. Dr.
Yes.
Muskan, you can do one thing. You can, whosoever you can WhatsApp me so that I can circulate. You are the coordinator or no? So anyway,
Excuse me, sir. Sir, is there any attendance link, sir?
I'm there.
Oh, okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay. So you can take the article from Dr. Mishra. Okay. Or otherwise, you see my WhatsApp number is, you all can note down 9868 24 7070. I repeat 9868 24 7070. And my website is www.divakargoel.com. DEWAKARGOEL.com. divakargoel.com.
Sir, please tell again that number, sir. Please.
Huh?
Please once tell again that number, sir.
My number is 9868 24 7070 and the website is www.DEWAKARGOEL.com. Is it clear?
Sir,
you can read the article on artificial intelligence there also.
Sir? Sir, can we get the recorded version of this video?
Yeah. That you contact Dr. Mishra.
Okay, sir.
Excuse me, sir. This PPT will be sent in the WhatsApp group. The PPT, sir, which you showed just now, will this be sent in the WhatsApp group, which has been made?
It is available with the NIT Jalandhar. It is their discretion how to use the material.
No, like it would be quite good for us. Like we will be able to have a better idea, sir. So kindly, if this can be
from my
sent
side,
in the WhatsApp.
From my side, it is given to the organizers, NIT Jalandhar, and it is up to them what way they use these PPTs and article I am opening up. It is available on my website. You can always read the article on artificial intelligence and ICT also.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Goodbye. Good day. You all have my
Thank you, sir.
number. Any question you can pose on the WhatsApp also.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Nice session.
Excuse me, organizer. Is there any organizer right now?
Dear participants, hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, the next session will start tomorrow at 10 a.m. and the expert will be Dr. Gaurav Kumar.
Ma'am, is there any attendance link for the today's session? Or this will be counted automatically?
Hello. 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 Attendance link will be there or it is recorded? Please inform.
I think sir MS Team में तो download हो जाती है. It is to be downloaded
You are
over
not
here.
audible, madam. You are not audible properly. We need to fill attendance or not? Hello. 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 May I know whether attendance feedback form is required or not? Please reply.
Sir, I am also a participant, but I have been taking the classes on Teams app. So there is a provision of taking attendance on Teams app. So I think they
Okay.
must have been taken it.
Okay. Okay.
I just want to know what about the feedback link? Have they shared it?
No, it's not shared. That's why. Organizers, is there anyone from
Once
organizer
we
team?
should ask our organizer, na, if afterward they will say something, then what we people will do?
Yes. Yes.
From
Yes.
someone, their organizer, na, somebody should be give the, as you said, it's okay, ma'am, but afterward maybe they have some other options. So better we should ask
Yes.
them, na.
I think no one is present from the organizer's side because no communication is being received from the organizer's side.
Yes, yes. I think there is nobody from organizers. Is there anyone?
There is not a separate option to send the message to organizer, na?
We will.
All the messages commonly went to everyone, reached to everyone, na?
Hello.
Yeah.
Actually, attendance is already downloaded.
Okay, okay.
Yes, ma'am. So there is no specific link for that.
That's only.
Ma'am, what about feedback link?
Ma'am, the feedback link will be given at the end of the session, maybe on 13th of August.
Okay, okay. Just one last feedback link we have to fill.
Yes, ma'am. It will be in the form of the Google Forms actually, and you need to fill that.
At the last day of the program, we have to fill, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Before the test and valedictory session, you will fill.
Okay, and then every day we don't have to mark the attendance, and we don't have to mark
Attendance
any.
will automatically will be downloaded actually here.
Okay, okay. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Hello, madam.
Ma'am, one thing more. Today's session is over.
Will we get the
Yes, ma'am.
the PPT
Okay,
and
thank you.
PDF of these presentations?
Yeah, we will definitely share it on the WhatsApp group, sir. If you are in that group, we'll share that there.
Okay, ma'am. So shall we leave the meeting now, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Today's session is over.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Hello. Hello.